but this is our first satsang that we will be starting now. And I will request Sadhviji to start and lead this satsang.
Pujya Swamiji. It's such a joy to be here. Such a thanks, deep gratitude to Rekhaji, Atulji, Madhuji, all of those who have been working to organize this, bring everybody together in a way that is comfortable, enjoyable in nature, such that we can dive together deeply into the light. Let's begin with just a few minutes of meditation together. Just close your eyes. Allow yourself to find a position that's comfortable for the body, that's balanced, position in which your spine is straight but not rigid. And as the lids close over the physical eyes, allow yourself to drop inward. And allow yourself to really arrive. Allow the breath to deepen. The miles you've traveled to be here. The logistics, the plans, just allow it to drift away and no longer be held by your consciousness. And allow yourself to fully arrive here. In this breath and in this moment. As you exhale, allow yourself to just keep letting go. With each exhalation, let go more and more deeply, more and more fully. Let go of the stories and the dramas. Let go of the identities. Just arrive in this moment. And as you exhale, as you sink deeper and deeper into the core of yourself, allow yourself to just witness the perfection of the self. The fullness of the self. The wholeness of the self. Slowly and gently bring your palms together at your chest level and rub the palms gently against each other. Cup the palms over the closed eyes. Gently open your eyes and lower your hands. So we're here together in Pujya Swamiji's divine and holy presence at this sacred time of Guru Purnima. And it's an opportunity for us all to be in the light, to be in the light as we speak about the meaning of the word Guru. Well, for those of you not familiar with the Sanskrit language, the word literally means the one who removes the darkness and brings light. So as we are here in that presence, in the presence of which the darkness of our ignorance is removed, and it's important to clarify that that's the darkness. It's not a darkness of you are bad, you are dark, you are evil, you are a sinner. It's not that. It's not I will make you pure and good and okay and worthy and enough. It's you are divine. And yet you don't know it. And you don't know it because of the ignorance, because of the false identification. And we'll talk more about these nuances as the weekend goes by. But you don't know it, and therefore you're living in the darkness of ignorance. And the light that the Guru brings is the light that removes that darkness and so shows us the light of ourselves. So as we're here in that divine presence in this very, very, very special opportunity, I wanted at the very beginning to just not even lose a moment and encourage everyone to allow yourselves as you are here to actually live in that light. Because once the light gets turned on, when it really gets turned on, our lives are transformed. You know, when kids wake up in the night screaming and crying because there's a monster in the closet, and mom comes in and turns on the light, or dad turns on the light, and it turns out the monster is really a jacket on a hanger or something that in the moonlight coming in through the window looked scary. Well, once the kid has seen in the light that it's actually a jacket on the hanger, even when the light goes back out again, they're not afraid, because it can never again become a monster. Once they've seen, yeah, that's just a jacket on a hanger. Once we've seen it's not a snake, it's a rope. It doesn't go back to being the snake. It doesn't go back to being the monster. And what we've got this weekend is this opportunity, yes, to enjoy ourselves, yes, to have a lot of fun, yes, to do a lot of things and to experience so many different aspects. But then on Sunday afternoon, it's going to end and we'll go back to different cities and different lives. And the question is, how can I actually hold this? Not just how can I have so much fun and then Monday is the same as last Monday was. But rather, how can I actually live now in that light? How can that light be turned on in me so that my life is different? There's a beautiful teaching that says, Man eva manushyanam karnam bandha mokshayo. What it means is, the mind is the cause of everything. All of that which binds us, all of the places we're stuck, or our freedom. It's all in the mind. It's not, amazingly, in what people around us are doing, because we always think it is. If my husband or wife or mother or father or child or employee or employee could just be different, I would live in light, I would live in peace, I would live in love. But this teaching and so many others like it remind us over and over again, it's the mind. It's up to me, do I want to be in bondage or do I want to be free? And so as we're here this weekend, allow yourself at this very auspicious early beginning to contemplate tonight, to meditate tonight, to introspect tonight. What is it in me? What is it in my mind that is keeping me stuck? Because when we know what it is, and it's going to be a pattern, it's going to be something we believe that isn't true, it's going to be something that's happened in our lives, it's going to be so many different things that have come from our culture, from our society, from our ego, from something someone we love told us, from experiences we've had, from all these aspects of just being human. But really try to introspect. What is standing between me and freedom? What is standing between me and light? What is that thing we'll say is, oh, it's just this or it's just that. But those things are usually outside us. It's just, my math teacher, or it's just this. But when we're really honest, the problems and the solutions are within. And so at this auspicious beginning, allow yourself to really think, what is it in me that's standing between me and freedom, between me and light? Because we have, as I began, this incredible opportunity to be here with Pujya Swamiji, to have that ignorance removed and to be able to move into light. But in order to do that, we're going to have to voluntarily give up that which we're holding on to that's keeping us stuck in the dark. That aspect of ego, that aspect of ignorance, that desire, this expectation, that attachment, this fear, this identity, this drama, that story. We're going to have to let it go. And so the sooner we know what it is that we have to let go, the easier it is to do so. So give yourself a few minutes tonight to really drop into that within the self. My favorite story about this, which I'll actually conclude with and request Pujya Swamiji to share his blessings, and then we'll probably only have time for 1 or 2 questions tonight. But from tomorrow in the satsangs, we'll always have time. We'll try to keep almost half the time for questions and answers. But my favorite story on this, which is a good place to end what I'm saying and begin the retreat, is the story of the man who decides he's ready for enlightenment. He wants to be enlightened, and so he asks everyone, who's the best guru? Who's the most enlightened guru who can give me enlightenment? And everyone sends him to this one guru who lives up on a hill. And so he walks and he walks and he crosses the river and he climbs the mountain. And at the top of the mountain in the cave, the guru is sitting. And he enters the cave and he bows at the guru's feet and he tells him, I'm here for enlightenment. And here's all of what I've learned. Here's the sadhana I've done. Here's the experience I've had. Here's the struggles I'm having. Here's what I need from you. And the guru says, have a cup of tea. And the man's like, tea? I didn't come for tea. I came for enlightenment. The guru says, have a cup of tea. And of course, what's the man to do, right? I mean, he's spent weeks walking. This guru's his last chance, so he better take a cup of tea. So he says, okay. So the guru goes in the back of the cave and he comes back with a teapot and 2 cups. He puts the cups down and he starts pouring the tea. And he pours and the cup fills and he keeps pouring and the cup is full and now is overflowing and spilling all over the floor of the cave. And the man says, stop. What are you doing? The cup is full and spilling all over. It can't hold anymore. The guru stops and he smiles and he says, yes. And your mind is just like this cup. He says, you're so full of what you think you know, who you think you are, what you think you've done, what you think you need. I can't give you anything. He says, just like I can't pour you more tea till you drink what's in this cup, I cannot give you anything until you empty yourself of all of that. And so this is a beautiful opportunity for us to empty ourselves. We have doctors in the room, and we have physical heart attacks when our blood vessels are clogged up, plaque we call it. Blood can't flow through, so we get a heart attack. Well, we have spiritual heart attacks when our spiritual arteries are clogged. Not from eating fried foods or other junk, but they're clogged from our own junk, the junk of our own minds. And I say that not because it's bad, not because it's wrong, just because it's not useful for us. It's holding us back. And as it gets more and more and more and more and more, we're praying for grace. And grace is there, but cannot flow through us because we are clogged. And so it's not about finding grace. It's about declogging ourselves so that grace that exists, that light that exists, can flow through us. So let us take this weekend as a beautiful opportunity to de-gunk ourselves, declog ourselves, to let go of whatever it is that is keeping us from living in light. Find it and let it go. I'll request Pujya Swami to bless us with his beautiful opening blessings this evening. And we have 2.5 very, very, very precious days together. So just keep checking in as you're here, as you walk, as you sit. Am I here? Am I here? Have I arrived?
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garuda-dhwaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorama Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Dear respected Sadhviji, beautiful souls, it's so wonderful to be here, especially when I went out, saw from my window, beautiful landscape, the beautiful lake, the beautiful mountainous area. It reminded me, when we come out, we see this beautiful landscape, the beautiful nature. It reminds us that how we like the outer nature. But we have to pay attention about our inner nature. When we come to nature and being with the nature, one thing we have to remind, how to take care of my inner nature. It's not the outside world. There are two types of creation. One is Jiva Srishti, other is Daiva Srishti. The Daiva Srishti is created by the divine. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. That's why sometimes people living in the cities, they want to go back to the nature. And people have started creating now jungle in their own houses also. The nature. The other is Jiva Srishti. Jiva Srishti is created by all the individual jivas, us. The Daiva Srishti, no matter what, wherever you are, wherever you go, it's very soothing, very healing. But sometimes our own Srishti creates many barriers and many boundaries. Inside of us, outside of us, beautiful lake is there. Inside of us also, beautiful ocean is there. And in that ocean, everything is there. What we are looking from our life is there. In that ocean, nectar is there, and in that ocean, because it's our own creation inside of us, the poison also is there. There's a beautiful story of Devas and Asuras. Devas are the one who are the divine one with sattvic nature, and the Asuras are the one who are with demonic nature, rajasic nature and tamasic nature. Nature of inertia, nature of devilness. There is a conflict, there is a fight always amongst them. It's not the story in the scriptures is about those devas and asuras, but in our own life also, in our own inner life, there is always conflict between the devil nature and the divine nature. When we come to these places, we are calm, we are connected, because nature connects us. Then we have a time to go inside of us and see the inner nature. When we go deep down, you will find you are the one who is the creator of the nature. Whatever you are looking from this world, you can create. Because this is a Jiva Srishti. Everything is wonderful, everything is beautiful, but still because you are not beautiful, you are not wonderful, that's why you are, rather than bringing nectar from that beautiful nature, beautiful ocean, you bring the poison. And you finish yourself. These few days, these 3 days, we'll try how we can find out from this ocean, of inner ocean, the real nectar. What are those characteristics of that nature, that nectar, that which can bring that nectar in our life? Our seers, our sages, very beautifully has given the signals that how to go deep down and bring that nectar out of that ocean. In these coming days, we will, from tomorrow, I will take from the scriptures. It is beautifully said, what are those divine values and what are those demonic values which makes us divine and which takes us away from the divine path. In Bhagavad Gita, in the 16th chapter, Lord Krishna very beautifully explained those 26 characteristics. From tomorrow morning, when we have a session, we'll bring those mantras, chant together, and when you go back, you have those mantras with you. And whenever you are not the place like this beautiful place, when even you are in your own jungle, remember those in your own world, those values, whether I'm living those values or not. Being with the family, being with the world, being in the workplace, how I can stay divine, how I can stay calm and connected, how I can stay cool. And this can happen. We are not here to create more mess in our life. So much mess already has been happened in so many births. How to come out of that mess and stay in such a divine state in our life which can keep us useful, meaningful, and have a purposeful life. Otherwise, we come on this earth, millions and millions and millions people. Almost very soon will become 8 billion people. Not only us, but there are billions and billions creatures on this earth whom we don't count. But they are also part of us. We are all together. We come and go, we come and go. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Iha sansare khalu dustare pai murare. How? Kripaya. How we can take care of this? That again and again and again and again we keep coming in this vicious circle. But we are stuck. The Bhagavad Gita gives us the way that how in this very life, in these 3 days, we can go out of it, practice it every day, and then you can stay out of it forever and become aware of those things which are blocking you. As Sadhviji said very beautifully, Shankaracharya's mantra, Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. What is that bandhan which blocks us? And what is that moksha? Is come from somewhere else, or it will meet us somewhere else when we leave, or is right here? Man eva manushya, who is that which can become the root cause to bring that? Somewhere else, somebody else. We'll discuss tomorrow. We'll chant those mantras tomorrow, that when you go back, you have something with you to practice every day, every minute, and every moment. God bless you. And in these days, whatever you have inside of you, you will have time in the satsang, and you will have time privately also. There's a meeting time. For you, we are all together to share with each other. I'm not here to teach you something. I'm here to share, and you are here to share. When we share with each other, definitely we can see the change and the miracle. And miracle is not somewhere outside of you. Miracle is right there, within you, and through you, you can see that. When I see people suffering, no reason. It's okay. But when we see people suffering for no reason, and the reasons are created by themselves. Reasons. Reasons is okay, no problem. I can speak also loudly. Reasons created not by somebody else. We are the one who create those reasons, and we are the one who can remove those reasons. No one else can create disharmony for you. No one else can create pain for you. We are the pain creator, and we are the pain remover. Let us together have sessions for pain management for 3 days. We got doctors are here. How we can remove that pain? Is really pain is there? We'll identify, is pain there? I am the one who is creating this pain unnecessarily. What is that which is blocking me, and what is that which I become the block? We'll discuss together in these 3 days. God bless you. You have come all the way. It takes so much effort, especially when you choose a place 3 hours away. People who are the organizers, they have to come check everything to make sure everything is perfect for you, that when you come, at least these 3 days become very comfortable, very meditative, rather than looking for those few things that you can be in meditation state. But even something is there. Don't go for those small things. There are more issues to take care of inside of us. You are here together as a family. You are here together as a team.